just
Copaccia.
Are we ready?
We're ready, I think.
Welcome
Hello.
How we doing?
to Redline all the time.
We are.
Get this, episode 15.
15.
Wow.
Can you believe it?
15 episodes in.
Three
Which
hands.
means we've been doing this for like
5 weeks.
There was something else we were going to talk about, wasn't there?
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Was it on the list?
It's 4 years.
Oh, yeah, right. We briefly mentioned this last
We
week,
did.
did we? Right, yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Not
We'll have a
dying
chat.
there. Yeah, we'll bring that up.
Yeah.
I love how the listeners show like
Yeah, I know, yeah.
content
It
is
was like
developing
it was
things.
2 lines when I walked in.
See,
We
I
made
had
notes.
actually
We made
made
notes.
some notes
Yeah,
like
from last week.
pre-show notes before we started.
Anyway,
today.
cheers.
Cheers, good health. Thanks for joining us. Usual crew, less.
Yes,
One face
next one.
today because today is Friday and not Thursday. So good reason for it being on Friday was because Thursday was the first night of
Foo Fighters, the UK tour. Yeah.
That Manchester one.
Yeah.
Cricket
The Old Trafford ground, the cricket one. Honestly. Yeah.
You never forget your first Foo
It was
Fighters.
a long day, like, but it was.
Dave just goes off, doesn't he?
Yeah. It was a bit honestly like you stood there like maybe 2 hours with the warm up bands.
Right.
That felt
It
longer.
was the warm-up bands, you know.
Loose articles and then wet legged.
Oh, wet leg. Okay.
And
No wet leg on?
Oh, yeah, I've heard of them.
yeah. Dan was showing me while in the crowd. It's like they make some like boogie tunes, but
Yeah.
you pull them up and it's like pull them up on Spotify and it's like the top 3 tunes that they've got are like 100 million views, 100 million plays, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
They are popular,
Yeah.
but it's like
Yeah.
never heard of
That's
before.
what
Yeah,
you get for
I've
being
heard of them.
associated with the Foo Fighters.
I couldn't tell you what they sing, but I
No.
have heard of them. As soon as the song come on, I would recognise it. I guess,
I'm not really into it,
but I'm not.
but yeah,
Excuse me.
it was good.
So yeah, first Foo Fighters gig, first solo gig as well.
First
really,
mission,
wasn't it?
yeah.
You and the boy, off you go, exploring the Greater Manchester area.
Out there.
I was like, but half me sat here thinking, they'll be fine, you've trained them well. And the other half's going, what could possibly go fucking wrong? No good. However, they returned home safe, and like not even that late. It was before midnight. It was midnight-ish when
Well,
you got
yeah,
back.
well, my
Jesus.
dad got me at like, we got out to the event at 10:10,
Right.
the 10:15. So you know what I mean? It finished early.
You got out there early, I guess, before all the major traffic.
No, we got out there and there was traffic
Straight.
everywhere. Like, doesn't matter how early you got out, it's like there's been people
Yeah,
waiting
yes.
for like the last hour, you know what I mean, for pickups and stuff.
Yeah.
And we got there.
It is crazy after arena.
We were like, we had the exact
Madness.
idea. It's like, yeah, we'll get out early.
Yeah.
And then as we're walking out, it's like, ooh, Everlong. Go watch it for a bit, it finishes, and then everybody just left.
Like that's like waiting for Sex on Fire at the
Yeah,
Kings
Kings
of
of
Leon.
Leon,
Like inching towards the door.
As soon as that one's done, we're out of here.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly what it did. But it ended after that, so it was like we got out, we were 10 to 20 minutes, got picked up.
That sounds like they behaved themselves, right? Because when
No, they did.
when me and Arrow saw him at the Etihad, they literally come like as he's doing his own calls, he's like, whoa, no one's going anywhere. Like, literally
Shaming people.
They have a
walking out.
reputation for like literally playing until they turn the amps off till the stage. People like that, no, you have to
You've got
leave.
to,
Yeah. Well, that's basically
one
what
thing-
it is.
But I guess with being an outdoor arena, they've got to comply with
yeah,
the
well,
The
surrounding
Etihad's
area.
completely
Yeah,
enclosed
that's
and
right,
completely
yeah.
surrounded, so it's just
But
like
the cricket ground's a different thing, isn't
Yeah,
it?
so
yeah,
there's,
yeah.
there's housing around it
That's
as
right,
well, isn't there?
So they
Oh,
have
yeah.
to be pretty
So,
strict on
The
that.
one thing that struck me at my first Foos gig was how many Foos songs you didn't know
No,
you
right.
knew
Yeah.
and you didn't know were Foos songs.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, the
Right.
whole gig's like, oh my god, I didn't know that was Foos. And like you're singing along stuff, you're like, how do I even know? They're kind of like woven into the fabric of the like everyday life, like wherever you like on the radio, it'll be playing in the background, but you won't even register it. Do you know what I mean?
Unless you're a big Foos fan.
That sort of just like, I remember saying to him, PlayStation 1 Gran Turismo, most of it was Foo Fighters, do you know what I mean? Like ripping around in the skyline. Before the days of steering wheels and stuff, just a controller and an out of control 1,000 brake horse Skyline, stage 60 turbo that went. It was undrivable. Right, cool. Foos gig. Sounds like it was a good one. On for a couple of days as well over the weekend.
Yeah, that was the first day of the UK tour, and then they're doing Manchester till Sunday, and then.
And on the other side of the world, we've got Taylor Swift.
Who got all the publicity in the world, all over the TV.
I was trying to
Foo
drive
Fighters
out.
were in Manchester, man.
I was trying to drive out of Liverpool this morning, normal way down past Everton, this, that, the other, and at 9:30, the municipal vans and trucks are out, and they're laying out the traffic management at 9:30 in the morning, like all the signs, diversions, and they're closing, so you basically all the carriageways come in, and then all the carriageways go out. Do you know what I mean? Just traffic management, and I'm like, a bit premature that, isn't it? 9:30 in the morning. So I was like, I think I'm going to come back from my mum's on the 62. I'm not going to missed it all, come the other way around. Okay, cool. Big news. Jake Paul, Mike Tyson.
Yeah, been rescheduled on it.
November the 15th.
Yeah. Save the date.
So, well, that's cool because we can all watch it together.
In the new place.
In the new place, which we've got a little note about later on.
It'll be Jake Paul's wake.
Reschedule, which we're very pleased about. That's going to be a good one. And in other boxing news, Conor McGregor. What were you saying about Conor McGregor?
So the Conor McGregor fight has been officially cancelled. It got postponed with no foreseeable date because of unknown reasons, but now it's been fully cancelled because of injury, which basically means his nose can't. His nose can't handle it, and neither can his liver. So
one punch in the nose, and that's it. Septum. Allegedly,
yeah.
Drugs, other sniffable drugs are available. And our opinions are ours. I think that just about covers it.
I think so, yeah.
Don't represent anything.
Nothing.
Just us.
But Conor McGregor pulled out because of injury, so.
Yeah, okay. Well,
I think that's him done, isn't it?
Do you think he's going to get him he's not going to get another in it.
He'll just do another movie.
He doesn't care.
I was going to say.
Roadhouse 2.
That's exactly what they were saying. Somebody was saying there'll be.
Roadhouse 2.
But did he die in Roadhouse 1? I think he did, didn't he?
I don't know.
He did at the end, I think. Did he not get a boat speared through him or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
I got killed death by.
So you're not going back to Roadhouse 2?
No. People reckon they'll.
Unless it's a prequel.
Yeah.
don't. Just don't. Right? Because that's even worse than remaking the original film. Do you know what I mean? It's
They didn't do one before.
I wasn't
the
really
original.
that interested in the original. I don't care about the backstory from before. Do you know what I mean? How dull could that be?
Yeah.
F1 predictions still coming true.
Yes, they're still going in.
Checo's re-signed at Red Bull.
That's right.
I think that's mainly a goodwill signing because Red Bull have been in so much bad press recently that Checo's the only heartwarming story about the team. So they go, for fuck's sake, sign him again. Do you know what I mean? Keep the marketing strong.
Yeah.
So I think they've re-signed him for that. There was another significant move as well. Oh yeah, Ollie Berman signed for Sauber, I think it is, Sauber, because they're Ferrari powered. So Guan Yu Zhou is looking for a drive. Valtteri's been re-signed.
Then you got Lewis Hamilton going backwards.
Going backwards, not only down the grid, but also in his career.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And all that we need now to complete the Holy Trinity and for me to be inducted into the F1 Predictions Hall of Fame, well, two things: Adrian Newey to Williams, Carlos Sainz to Williams.
Okay. Well,
that's it.
Keep that in mind.
Oh, we discussed Marc Marquez now being signed to the factory Ducati team as well, didn't we?
No.
Yeah, he's been.
I think we did.
Yeah, he's been signed. They've had no choice but to sign him. It's just bothering the factory team on this year's bike with last year's bike to the extent where he's making us look stupid.
We might as well have him on our team.
To sign him because he's going to keep nibbling at you, making you look stupid. So love that.
But back to Lewis. We've all got to agree, right? I mean, he had to have the same thought in his own head, didn't he? I mean, He's signed for Ferrari, so your last year at Mercedes,
It's going to be blank.
it's going to be. What do you expect? You're not going to get the development. They're not going to have you in on the meetings with development for the car because guess what? You're going to Ferrari, pal.
Yeah.
So you're not getting
Preferential
Preferential
treatment, I think
treatment.
is what it's called. Yeah,
I think so, yeah. So you are no longer winning races, and your teammate is beating you.
So
Tables a turn, fella.
I think
It's
it
just-
does highlight, like, I don't know, aside to the story that Team LH, and I mean that in like the global sort of social media sense, just fought against. So always this prodigious talent and
Yeah.
greatest of all time. And it's like, yeah, all the time he's number one in the team. Because for the first season, he's not been number one
That's
in the
right,
team.
yeah.
Right? And his teammate has been. And he's 7-2 up on George in qualifying. Oh no, George is 7-2 up over Lewis
that's
in
right,
qualifying.
yeah,
And I
yeah,
think
yeah.
their race results are very similar.
Similar,
He's
yeah.
getting whooped, and Lewis has said like that in the press. I don't anticipate beating George at all in qualifying.
Well, you're
this year."
just not
No.
And that's almost like because I know that he's getting all the new
Yeah.
parts and the development and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
that's right.
Because he knew how much of it he used to get and how
And
much
it
how
helped
much
him.
of his
Yeah,
success
yeah.
was
Right,
based on
based
that.
on
And
it.
now he's
Absolutely.
not getting it.
Yeah.
He's being beaten by his teammates. So it's like, yeah, he is one of the prodigious talents, and probably one of the greatest that we'll see in terms of like Valentino Rossi because of the hearts and minds thing that goes along with it. However, in the cold hard light of day, like take away the preferential treatment and all the new toys, and you're getting your ass kicked by your
But that's
teammates.
what I said when the news came out that he signed Ferrari, but he was still going to be at Mercedes for another year. I was like, how can you do that?
What's going to be
How can
interesting?
you do that? Because you're not going to give your full for that team, and the team's not going to give you full.
When
So,
he goes
I
to
don't-
Ferrari,
just take a year out, mate. You can afford it.
do you think Fred Vasseur is the kind of guy that will go, here's our new number one, and allow Charles Leclerc to
I
slip
don't
into
think so.
number two?
No, not
I
at
don't
all.
think he is at
Nah.
all. It's like that. If you come, right, I'm not saying that we've got the number one and number two driver, but Charles has been with us for 5 years,
That's
and
right.
he's doing
And
a
he's doing well.
fantastic
Yeah,
job.
yeah.
You have to go and beat him
That's right.
To get
in whatever we
yeah.
give you.
Yeah,
To get
that's
you
right.
number one.
And like, yeah, you have. You want to be number one. You have to
Yeah.
take it out of his
That's right.
young, working like fingertips. You know what I mean?
Knowing
Like,
how to drive a Ferrari.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's going to be like that. Go on then. We'll see if you actually deserve an eighth
Yeah.
world championship. Because if he does, right, there will be absolutely no refuting the fact that if he turns
That's
up
right,
there and
but
takes a world championship, it's
I
like
don't
the greatest
expect
of all
it.
time.
I don't expect
I
it.
don't think so.
No
I'd love it
chance.
to be
No.
like a fairy tale,
Yeah.
but whole new regulations come in 2026, and they've released the initial spec. No DRS.
Right, oh, that's good.
They're going to go for an push to overtake button, like
That's
like
right,
they have in
yeah, I heard
Formula
about
2.
that, yeah,
and you can use
yeah,
it for
yeah.
so many seconds per lap
Yeah,
or whatever,
yeah.
and that's the only advantage you get.
okay.
There's a load of regulations coming in so far as floors are concerned. There's massive changes in aerodynamic surfaces, but the whole DRS thing, which essentially is what has took Red Bull to where they are at the
Yeah.
moment, just the efficiency of the car. That's now gone, and it's more like a drivetrain thing. Push to boost. The way that they're doing the ERS delivery is changing as well.
Yeah.
So with this evolution in rules will come, like I love how close it's all become now. Do you know what I mean? Start of a race, like who's going to win, you never know.
You don't know.
Mercedes are back in the fight.
Yeah.
Lando winning races, McLaren up there, nibbling at the reels. And
All the time.
what did I say at the beginning of the season as well? Max Verstappen can't win a Red Bull Constructors on his own.
No.
A decent Ferrari
Yeah,
with
he's got
two
to
decent
second.
drivers,
Yeah,
two
yeah,
regular
yeah.
point scorers,
Can
and a
beat
McLaren
him,
with
yeah.
two regular point scorers can go
beat
and
him,
take
that's
that
right.
Constructors
Yeah,
title off of them, right?
Oh,
and
yeah.
guess what's happening?
It's doing it.
You've got Lando and what's his name?
Charge.
No,
No.
it's completely gone out
Yeah,
there.
that's right.
So you've got Sainz and
Danny
Leclerc
Rick.
regularly scoring points.
Not Danny Rick.
You've got actually now one of the Mercedes drivers regularly scoring points,
Ocon,
and
that's
they're doing well. No, Ocon and Gasly and Alpine, and we'll talk about them in a little while. Oscar Piastri.
That's it, yeah.
Honestly, for like you said, his second year. Do you know what I mean? And he is
Flying.
right up there. And he, like again in Canada last week, he's just a bit unlucky. And it's not like you make your own luck. It's just like shit. Do you know what I mean? People driving into him, stuff that is like outside of his control. But however, once he gets that monkey off his back, now Lando's won a race and like, I know I can win in this car and I know how to do it, do you know what I mean? To have them two, I think that's still the strongest driver pairing and has the most potential of everything on the grid at the moment. Because Red Bull are they're not on the descendancy, but they've plateaued and they've not got Adrian Newey now. Adrian Newey is going to show up at Williams.
Verstappen can win a personal championship.
With a simplified version of the rules and regulations, Newey's going to turn up at Williams and he is going to absolutely turn Formula One on his head because Alex Albon and Carlos Sainz.
It'd be good if he does.
In a Williams car that's been honestly
that'll
just be like that. Literally to go from it'll be the biggest transition over the shortest period of time in Formula One history from the back
to the front.
To the front.
Well, let's say
it
needs it, doesn't it? It's something to mix it up, and if that happens, that'd be great.
It'll be brilliant. But everyone's like, some people get it really right, some people get it really wrong, and it'll switch everything up. And like, obviously, the teams that have got stability now, like McLaren in terms of the development team, the wind tunnel correlation, all that, and all the other teams that are coming along, like Ferrari, Mercedes are getting back in the game. Red Bull have just lost their like joker. Do you know what I mean? And whoever he turns up at, he is enough to make a difference. But the other teams, I think, are that stable and that confident and moving forwards well enough for them to just move into this new era and all be like at the races. Do you know what I mean?
Present.
When Adrian Newey leaves the team, it falls apart. He did it at McLaren when he left there. When he left Williams, he went from the top to the bottom. Do you know what I mean? That's the opposite of the Adrian Newey effect. And they're going to tumble down the grid. Aston Martin also coming up on the rails.
Yeah, absolutely.
All they're going to do is get rid of Lance. And they're at the races as well. Because Fernando is literally ringing everything and more out of that car. He's brilliant. I absolutely love him. Friend of the show.
Absolutely.
Fernando also.
He's Redline.
He is Redline, yes. Absolutely. There was a clip of him coming through the garage, one of the garages in the FIA part. Max Verstappen's leaning up on the wall having a drink and he walks past him and then goes back, says a couple of words to him. Like Verstappen kind of stands off, he just like turns around, carries on, and Verstappen kind of like looks at him and then kind of hunkers back. Like, he's just going like that, try that again, sunshine. Whilst I'm here actually, just got off again. Total mind games all the time, absolutely love it. F1 predictions, so remember where you heard it all first. Redline all the time.
Yeah, baby.
Red wine every time.
Every time.
Maro at Lonard. You wrote
Speaking to him the other day, we sent him a couple of goodies. We sent him a couple of t-shirts and mugs. He received them the other day and he loves them. He's really appreciative of them. And then we got, where are we? I can't see because I haven't got my glasses on. Obsidian, yeah, he's got something new happening. Excited to see that.
They are in the background, Obsidian. Maker of Fine.
We should draw one round this,
right?
So,
that was the thing I was going to ask Maro for, right? Maro, you know how Formula One drivers have got a glove with the watch sponsor on the glove? What we need is a very simple line drawing of your new watch.
We need like a stencil.
So that we can actually draw it onto his cast, and then he'll constantly be wearing one. So if you could get in touch with our people, we'll get our people to get in touch with your people,
and make this thing happen.
And if we can make it happen, then like honestly, I think it'd be brilliant.
That's right.
Like a Lonard there on his cast.
Well, they technically then own me thumb.
Only a bit of it. If you could own Jack's thumb, Maro, which part would you want? I mean, it's like a
the broken part.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Answer on a postcard, please. If anybody else wants to leave their 2 pence, comments below. Oh, like and what else? Like and subscribe. You can also share as well. That's something else you can do.
Absolutely.
So big up Maro.
Atlas Forge. They've got sort of new pendant coming out as well. So.
It's like QVC, this, isn't it?
Just a shout out to Ram Air Filters. They got in touch the other day because I did a post on the bonnet of my car. And they reposted it, and I said, "Send me some stuff." So they did. They sent me some stickers, keyring, and lanyard and stuff. So thanks for that.
Yeah,
that's good stuff. Because your filters are. Your filters are the best.
Speaking of shameless plugs, yeah, honestly, and it looks cool AF as well, mate. It does look nice under the bonnet. That big daft thing that was on before.
Yeah, that was a bit.
It looks proper factory. It looks really good. I'm into it. Yeah, and they've been around for ages as well.
But they are the best.
Dan will be like,
Rama, they are the best.
What
They
you
sound
do
good
is
too.
send us a load of stuff. What's your eyes?
I can't even remember.
We'll get our people to talk to your people again. MT125. Any tuning accessories you can send us for that, then we could do like Tech Corner and fit an air cleaner like live on the show. Speaking of shameless plugs, as we're going to say, Magpeds. Fox.
always Fox. We'll try sneaking it in.
Never going to happen.
So we spoke about Magpeds last week. So we got the shoes.
We fitted the cleat
last week.
Actually live on the show.
And now we've got the pedals. The pedals to go with it.
Have arrived, and basically it goes a little something like this. Well, Jack, do the hostess with the most testing.
The test, you know what I mean?
On you go.
The only problem with this is this one fits better now where it is, but it's like, let's see if we can get it in the right spot.
It's because that's got like quite a wide slot for cleats. So my solution to that was, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the studs out of the magnet side.
Can you take the studs?
Yeah. Just remove the studs on the magnet side so that actually clicks straight onto, because that's slightly recessed.
Yeah.
That will like click onto the cleat itself, and then leave the studs in the other side so that if you're riding flats, you can still ride. So you can still ride it as a normal pedal, as you can see, and then you turn it over, and it's got the magnetic clamp
Which
there,
sticks out a little bit.
which then clips onto said pedal, and boom, there you go. You are attached to the pedal, but not overly attached. And the bike, yeah. Chink. As you can see. So, Magpeds, there they are. You can also get one with a magnet on this side and also one on this side, so you don't need to spin them and you just always clip on. But I'm going to go for one pedal, one magnet, and then I can ride flats and cleats. So we're going to give them a go.
See how they go. See how they ride.
Yeah, it still amazes me that they managed to deliver them the plates when I ordered them to the wrong address. They still managed to get them to me in 24 hours, despite delivering them to the wrong place. Yeah. My fault entirely the first time round. And they've sent me an email saying, "How was your experience?" I'm like that. Absolutely incredibly good, mate. Thank you so much. So we're going to put them on the bike. Obviously, that has got in the way. And lots of other things. We've been busy couple of weeks since we've come back from holiday.
So that leads on to why isn't it working?
Which
so
leads
the bike's still not working. It's in bits.
Well,
we have progress.
It's in bits.
We have
progress made.
So what has happened now is where we left it last week is we had located a machine shop and an engineer that had an idea on how to not necessarily remove the sheared screw, but work around it, and that's what we've done. So we've had to order some mech hangers, universal mech hangers. So if we have to modify the frame, then we have to modify the mech hangers that go in the frame. So if I break one, because it's a sacrificial part, when I break one, I don't want to be going, oh my god, here we go, it's not going to work. So he's modifying the one that's on it and 3 more, just so that we've got a few more. And then we were waiting for Adam to strip it down into the smallest parts possible so we can get them in his milling machine, which he's now done. Adam texted me the other day from the bike shop saying that it's stripped down, the new bearings have arrived as well, the universal mechanism has arrived, and the parts have been dropped off at West Wallasey Fabrications. Big up Colin at West Wallasey Fabrications.
Thanks, Colin.
Bigger up again, as we do this every single week, and it's deserved every single week. Off the rock cycles. Well, we're literally Redline AF, mate. Keeping these bikes rolling is.
It's like both my bikes are working.
Yeah, but you're not.
Yeah, no, I know. But it's like.
Have you got that picture of your thing? You can show the folks at home your actual X-ray.
Can't put any of that on social media, can you?
Not a movie. You can a picture, yeah. But like, if it's your picture off your phone and you do that, then that's okay. Because there's nobody. It's only if there's anybody else in the background. That's.
I'm not doing that whole thing.
Anyway, good news is that it's a quite small brake. It's a clean brake. It's in a good position. It's not an actual complete displaced brake as well.
It's snapped the end of the dome.
Just chipped the end of it off. So, and it's in a great place. He reckons 5 weeks, and he'll be back on his feet again, maybe.
Back on the bike again.
But in the meantime, it's actually come at quite a good time because this time next week, actually 7 days from now, we'll be in our new home. Redline all the time. We'll be coming from a new location.
New location.
Honestly, never been more excited. Can't wait.
That's what we can do with the front room. We can make the front room into the podcast room.
Well, we were also talking about improving like production quality as well earlier on. So
Exactly.
we can
so
talk about
we'll talk about that later.
It'll be a little bit more interesting. So so we've got a move coming up. Then we've got our Formula Student thing at Silverstone coming up.
We've got moving. You've got a race.
Yeah.
I've got a race.
Then we got Formula Student.
Yeah. And then there's honestly, you come back and there's a load of things, and we've had to put back his appointment to have his cast off,
Right.
Because it fell on Formula Student.
Okay.
So he'll be a week. Excuse me. He'll be a week further down the line.
He said 5 weeks. Oh yeah, Belter. It's like go to Formula Student with a cast.
Again.
The first time I had a sling. This time I'm going with a cast. It's like even more sympathy.
I know.
It's like I can't take this one off because it annoys me.
It's like
you just got to adorn it with a sticker.
everybody be like that. Are you sure like being fostered by him was a good move?
Of course,
like, every
man.
other year you turn up here with another serious injury and like just casts and.
I can just put my hand up and say it was my own fault.
We'll just show them the onboards. In fact, I'll tell you what, should we have like just a quiet minute and look down here while we look at Jack's crash?
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh! Yeah, that's long enough. We'll fit it into that
I've
bit.
got that on my phone. So
Yeah, and hang on a minute. Do it again. That was his second. That was actually his first crash. So he didn't injure himself at all.
Oh, gotcha. The second one.
Like I say, out of all these crashes of the day, that one was probably like the slowest, as they always are.
Happens, man.
The most awkward one. So we're doing well here. Magpeds done. Why isn't it working? Done. So yeah, bike will be back hopefully in a couple of days' time.
Sweet.
Adam's going on holiday to Malta, but we've done all. Honestly, he's so cool. He's arranged all the contacts, all the connections, made sure everyone's got everyone's number. The lads in the shop know that it's going to come back. If they can't go pick it up, they're going to bell me. I'll go get the bits, take it back to the shop. But honestly,
great stuff.
The service level from these guys, keeping up with us too, and just staying on top of all this, because there's parts coming in, there's bits getting stripped down, there's stuff going out from machine.
Yeah, and not only that, but we're not the only two customers.
Every time you go in, it's shocking.
And it's like we walk in and go, mate, go in the shop, I'll be back in 15, I want to see this sorted.
He's like, he's like, oh, he's not in. You're like, oh, okay, well, I'll tell you what, just go to give us a bell, and he's like, yeah, sound. And like, we now actually have an account on their computer system at the shop, so like we just have to settle up with them once a month. But it's just like, I need brake pads, mate. Oh, Adam's like, sound like, just whack them on my car. Oh, okay, yeah. And it's just like, cool. Off we go, no problem. And he always looks after us as well. And again, I feel like every time I'm messaging him or talking to him, it's like that. Thanks, mate. I can't thank you enough.
He does so much.
You know, you feel like you're over thanking all and stuff like that. Moving swiftly on again. Coffee pot. With you.
Look, I'm sorry.
Or it's a coffee not.
Coffee not.
It's definitely coffee not.
We brought that all.
I've got an induction hob. So if anyone can help with how to use a coffee pot on an induction hob, because it doesn't work otherwise.
A lighter. A tea light.
Come on.
Yeah.
So is there such a thing?
Something?
We were thinking.
I think there is coffee pots you can get that do work on induction hobs.
So I learned
but
today.
Is there something you can put? So
unless the pan is like the similar size to the actual
it
induction
is.
ring,
It's got to be the same size.
And
as
it
the
needs to
ring
be a certain
on
kind of
the
material.
induction.
So my question was, surely in the same way that you can get like a pizza stone for your oven, that you can get a plate of the correct material that drops on the induction hob, and you switch it on, it gets hot, and you can heat things up on it. Is there something like that? Does anybody know if this is a thing? Let us know, and we'll at least give you the big up next week from our new location.
The new studio.
Honestly, so excited.
It'll have to be a delay.
Also, got to give a big up to Harper and Woods again, the estate agents that's managing our move for us, and fabulous, absolutely fabulous. We've recently had experiences of the other opposite end of that spectrum, and
now they've had the good.
So nice to actually be with a business that is professional and diligent and resolves issues. Well, yeah, there's all that kind of stuff. So just want to big up all the team at Harper and Woods, particularly
you,
Mel,
Mel.
who's been looking after things for us. And again today, we're getting into those final throws, little bits and bobs, and they just resolve.
Cool.
Just resolved. We've got everything in advance. We've actually got an EIRC for like an actual valid non-manufactured safety, electrical safety certificate before we moved in.
Damn.
Everything, gas certificates, all of the everything. So honestly, so good. We appreciate and we are grateful for your diligence and your efforts.
Looking forward to seeing the house.
You will see us do our thing from there. Next week.
Will it be a delayed episode again? Like
Yeah,
this?
we'll just see what happens. See how it goes.
I think we'll move Thursday, get ourselves comfy, and then it'll just be kind of right. We'll just put.
I know if you've got time, man. Or if you've got like.
Dude, we don't have much stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. And we've got like till Monday to move. So honestly, I need enough stuff in there for us to have some breakfast. Sleep and do a podcast from, and then everything else can happen over the weekend. So
as long as the bed's together.
I've just got a longer taxi ride home afterwards.
Spare room. Go straight to work. Bonus. So we've done food, we've done the coffee pot, we've done moving day. Alpine are randomly down here somewhere.
Yeah, why are they all the way down there when we've covered everything?
Because that represents where they are in the current construction table. Honestly,
see how he did that?
They'll probably.
What is that?
He went for that's one of them things where he's gone like.
Innit?
Reeled it in from like 5 miles away.
That's called professionalism.
Oh,
That's called professionalism. So
do you see professionalism in this podcast at any time?
So going back, cheers! Professional AF, mate. So after Esteban Ocon took a flying leap into his teammate, Gasly at Monaco, he was very quickly he was very quickly notified by the team that his contract won't be renewed next year. Right. But who are you going to put? We don't know, but it won't be you. You know what I mean? And honestly, it is hated a bit, but the internet banter is better than Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen. Do you know what I mean? And it's like
it's more comedic.
Honestly, it's because like they're trying the fans. It's almost like if you have no ammunition and just a load of blanks. And the people you're fighting, the reason you've got no ammunition is because they've got it all, right? And no matter what they fire at you, you're like, oh, send them on back. They'll never know. Do you know what I mean? It's not like he's got 7 years of an amazing record like Lewis or Fernando's incredible like that. No matter what you can say about him, it's irrefutable that they're a talent. Do you know what I mean? It's like, whatever you say about him is completely believable because he's never really set the sport alight. He's crashed into continuously and repeatedly every single teammate he's ever had at every single team. It's like, you are a bit of a rolling liability. And you've got to think that the only reason he got the drive at Alpine was because he's one of 2 French drivers on the grid and he wanted a French team. Like, not going to work. No. Not going to work.
I waited for a little bit.
Yeah, and then so that Alpine like that 3 points. He kind of like doing all these like power marketing like that. Another 3 points for the team, and just like pictures of Pierre Gasly, except he didn't score the points. Oh, okay. You're like, all's not going well.
You don't
What's
like
going
on?
All's not going well.
Well, as soon as how we did like F1, and then we talked about lots of things. We went all the way down there. We talked about F1. How about we go back right up here and to see what won the internet for us this week?
We haven't done this for a while. Who's won the internet this week?
Mate, and if you haven't seen it, you've got to watch this. Seth Rogen.
Who was that?
Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan and Joey Diaz.
Joe Rogan did this thing with about the Santa Rosa County Police Department. I don't know if you've seen it. If you haven't, go watch it. It's about this policeman in Santa Rosa standing up in front of everyone and basically saying, someone breaks into your house, please shoot them.
Yeah, basically.
Please shoot them. Do us a favour and shoot them. And if you miss them, I'll tell you what, we've got this school that we run this club in this school. We've come along every second Sunday, and we'll teach you how to shoot better. So you do hit them.
Your aim. And he pictures it. So and it's like a press conference for an incident that's happened where like homeowners
shot at someone.
Shot at someone that's like in the home, invading the home, and the policeman's like that. So. We're encouraging the homeowner. We don't know who that was, but your police did the right thing, and We
And if you
actually encourage you to shoot people, and you are fully entitled to do so.
And if you think you're going to get prosecuted, you're not.
And if you think we're trying to find you because you're in trouble, then you're not in any trouble. You can be within your rights.
We're here to give you a medal.
It's like you're actually quite
But
grateful.
please do it.
And then he went, and because we run a gun safety or safe usage course every second Sunday, we invite you along. Basically, we'll teach you how to use your gun, how to improve your hit rate, and what was the other thing said? And in the process, save some taxpayers' money. I'm like, that's policing right there.
So I find this on the internet.
Shoot
Watch
people.
it because that's
We
on the internet.
encourage you to
We
shoot
want you
people.
to shoot
We
them.
want you to shoot people.
Somebody
And
breaks a crime
we
on your
much
property,
prefer
to
you.
shoot them.
We much prefer you to do it well, so they don't have to treat them in hospital.
Then
You
call
miss,
us,
you know
call
what
us
I mean?
after.
Might
Call
as
us
well
after
kill
the
him.
event.
Happy days.
If you're going to
you know what I mean?
shoot him, at least take him out.
Make
Buy a
sure you
gun.
do a job.
Save taxpayers' money.
Buy a big enough gun
That,
to
Go ahead and
kill him.
watch it.
Right there, that's Redline.
That's the
AF.
American
Redline.
dream.
That's
Yeah,
Redline
that's
AF, mate. That really is.
So that's
I
on
love
the
it.
internet for us this
That's
week.
definitely what
Go
the
and
internet.
watch
it.
Search it up. Either Santa Rosa County,
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan or Seth.
or Joe Rogan, Joey Diaz. It's honestly
Seth Rogen.
just the way the police.
But I was thinking about Seth Rogen. That's Seth Rogen's
Seth Rogen's an actor in it.
That's right, yeah.
Rogen, one of the
Yeah,
kids,
That's him, yeah. I got to make
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen and Joe
It's,
Rogan.
it's the really jolly way the coppers.
He was
like-
happy,
like,
smiling.
really sort of
Please.
empathetic. It was almost like an outcry, like, please let us know who you are. We'd like to send you on that save taxpayers' money. We
that's
encourage. It literally says we encourage you to shoot people
Do
if they're
yourself
burgling your
yeah.
own. I'm like,
Watch the video.
amazing.
Watch the
It's
video.
self-defense.
If you already haven't, go ahead and watch it because that's
Can't
kind
tip
of-
move to America.
Absolutely won the internet. And we both agreed on that. So
Yeah,
I don't know
absolutely.
what your win of the internet
I've
was.
got too many things on the internet too.
Well, you always struggle to pick your win of the internet in terms of like appropriateness for a podcast
Yeah.
as well. Yeah. And they are incredibly funny, but the whole is inappropriate for this. Right, Santa Rosa County done, Alpine done. In the further news, just a Mustang GTD testing at the Nürburgring.
Yeah, and I think they were trying to beat the 7-minute lap time. Yeah, I think they did it.
Honestly, I don't know that much about the car.
Yeah.
And I saw the post and started looking at it. And I'm like, ooh, they are not messing about.
Not at
They're
all.
like
Not at all.
they're aiming
They're-
at supercars.
That's it. Oh
do you
yeah,
know what I mean?
this is the be end and end.
Do you remember
all
like when
of
Nissan
Mustangs.
released the GTR and it was like 80 grand, 70 to 80 grand, and it could literally whip everything. And it was almost like, it was a bit like an XR2 Mark 1, like Street Fighter Heroes, you know what I mean? I know like, they've crept up a bit in price, but I think that's where Ford are going with this GTD. It's like how much, it literally is like challenging the supercar makers to be like, tell you what, where's your value for money?
But like I say, it's gone to Nürburgring and smashed a 7-minute.
Active aero, active suspension, honestly,
And the
it was about
interior of this
800
thing,
horsepower.
the interior of this thing is oh my
beautiful.
god.
Comfy and fast.
Vinny, you have to get
If
one
you
of these.
don't get one of these,
you've
man,
got to get one of these.
Slacking.
there is no justice in this world.
All the luck in the
whatsoever.
world, man.
Has he been annoying like moonshiners in any other cars this week?
I don't know. I don't think so, but he's doing his thing. He loves it. We love you
Friend
for
of the
doing it,
show,
Vinny.
we love Vin Gigs, and we're still Team GTD. So
Yes.
Ford, get it together.
Yes.
Get him on the list.
That's
Get a
it,
GTD.
get him a GTD.
And Fox, like and subscribe.
Did he mention Fox?
Yeah.
Magped.
Magpeds.
Magpeds.
What we'll do is I'm going to put these, we're going to get moved, right? I'm going to put them on the bike, and because there's like a little area behind the new place,
Give 'em a
for us to
go.
Right? I'm going to go and
Test
give 'em a
them
go.
out.
We'll take a camera phone out with us and do some little like
Bring
Magped
it in
things.
downhill bike on down the break.
Yeah. I'll take Douglas Bardo. We'll go up to Landegler and take my e-bike and that, and we'll just go on Session B-line or something. Hey, it's not our fault you damaged yourself.
I'll still
trying to keep up with me.
I'll be there on my bike anyway.
European connections, the guys that we met at Dirt
Ah.
Sander and Heiss, I think it is. Height.
Thanks for the follow, guys.
They
That's
are
great.
actual friends of the show.
Yes.
Posting the Bike Park Wales videos as well. There's a group of 4 of them. Nice one for
cool.
getting in touch. Stay in touch. Let us know when you're back in the UK. And we'll get Tim and the Hartshawns out. They've been a bit quiet this week on the socials.
I've not seen much of
It's exam week, isn't it? You'll be doing exams
yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. So hope you're all well. I hope he's not quite because he's like fell off that mist.
No, he's not.
Like
No, he's
I
not.
wouldn't want him to damage the bike. Maybe you started a thing.
Trend.
Yeah, I never know.
I usually do anyway.
There was some issues around UCI downhill recently, was there? At the Val de Sol?
Yeah, Val de Sol. It's Val de Sol, but Val de Sol.
Yeah.
Well, not issues, but more in terms of like, there's obviously still no coverage. No news there.
So this is all like alleged information because no one can actually get to find out what's going on because it's behind the UCI paywall. Now they've taken mountain biking away from mountain bikers.
Well, because they've done that, the mountain bike social media, like the whole world of mountain biking's gone. You know what? Do one. And they just like
turn the back on it, haven't they?
Yeah. It's like, well, we'll upload our own stuff, so other people don't have to watch the UCI and pay for it.
I tell you what, GoPro are doing great guns marketing out of it because they've got like most of the riders' headphones and stuff like that. So if you want to know what's going on the UCI weekends, follow the riders and follow GoPro because all the footage that they're putting up, complete top to bottom runs, like, and it's honestly, I actually posted on. They were posting stuff at the Poland event, and I posted on was like that. Honestly, thank God for you guys because otherwise, there's nothing to see. We wouldn't know what the tracks were like. We wouldn't have any idea who's riding this, that, the other. And the Red Bull video people, all the Red Bull riders are posting as well. And it's a bit like, thank you, because people like us actually get some kind of idea of what's going on, and you can watch like Between the Tapes with Rob Warner and I can never remember his name. He always commentates on Rampage. I am so bad. I apologise. Friends of the show.
Yeah, another friend of the show. What's in the van?
Yeah.
What's in the van?
What's in the van?
Oh,
friend of the show, man. Love your work. Keep on doing it.
That I know exactly what you mean. That's what you sent to me earlier on, isn't it? Yeah. In terms of sleepers.
Oh, that's a different thing. That's a completely different thing. Yeah, what's in the van? He cruises around on the motorways, and you've got to see. Follow him on Instagram. What's in the van? And he has this 360 camera inside the cab of his van. And some of the stuff is cool. He's got a beaver mask. You'll know him. If you follow him, you'll know him. He's a cool dude. He does what he does.
Sounds like my
friend
kind
of the show.
My kind of thing.
But now that other van that I sent you this afternoon, what a sleeper and a half. Ford Escort van.
That ticks all the boxes because you get mountain bikes.
Exactly. That's what I sent to you. That's what I sent to you.
$7.5 grand.
It's got $7.5 grand. It's a rear wheel drive.
It's beautiful. Rear wheel drive conversion.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
sleeper for sure.
That's the cost of 2 mountain bikes.
It's nothing. Well, it's actually the cost of one decent one. It's costed 2 seconds.
I'll show you the pictures after.
Mine and your life, basically.
I'll show you the pictures after the podcast. I'll show you.
It's about it. Yeah, loving your work. So, what's in the van? And then you're going to search up what's in the van.
Just what's it? That's it. What's in the van?
There you go.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. He does his stuff, and he's a friend of the show.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Box. Magpeds. Anything else we need to do? Not dying day.
Not dying day.
Not dying day. So it's coming. So
it was Wednesday night.
We're actually between dying day and not dying day.
Not dying day. 4 years ago, Wednesday just gone, 10th of June. I suffered a heart attack. I know you can't believe it. Look at me.
I know, like.
It was a shock to everyone.
Youthful.
But yeah, I had a heart attack. So we raise a glass to it every year. Me not dying that night.
Neil not dying.
And thank you to all the NHS staff.
Yep.
They were absolutely superb that night. I can't say a bad word against them. I went to the hospital with these pains, not knowing what's going on, and they were on it. A couple of people weren't. They were like, "Nah, it's not." But the doctors at Arrow Park Hospital, they were on it. They could see something going. I got blue lighted across the Broad Green, and the dudes, you don't get out the ambulance. They get in the back of the ambulance and look at your stuff and suss you out, ask you questions, and look at your ECG.
It was thick in COVID as well, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it was like
lockdown. Smack in the middle of COVID.
And I'm just all by myself. Yeah. So, like, say they get in the back of the ambulance and they look at your stuff, and he just went, "Get him in." So I was in straight in to have the angiogram, and underwent that. And after about an hour and a half, they told me the good news: I needed triple bypass. So I wasn't going anywhere. I was stuck in hospital, couldn't go home.
I'm laughing about it though, but I was like on the other end of the phone, just like, what?
Of all people.
Yeah. It's like Chuck Norris getting measles.
So, where it's concerned, don't take anything for granted. Don't, like, especially with heart attacks, when you don't know they're going to happen to you. That day I did feel a bit tired. I went home from work and I did a workout. Everything was fine apart from there was a little niggle in the left arm. Did take no notice of it. But later on that night, I'm just lying there and this thing starts coming on. Heaviness in the chest and in the left arm, and I'm going, oh Jesus Christ, what the hell is this? Didn't mention anything to Helen. We went to bed and it wasn't for about half an hour, then it starts getting worse, and Helen turned to me and says, "Are you alright?" I just went, "No, I'm in chest pains." Immediately she started up, "What do you want to do?" And I'm like, trying to be all cool about it, just like, nothing, it'll go.
It did last time.
I'll run it off.
It only been happening for about an hour so far, so I was like, and I got up out of bed, walked around the room, tried to shake it off. Wasn't happening, just got worse and worse. So I got in the W position. Anyone suspect they're having a heart attack? Sit down on the floor, get in the W position. Get a cushion behind you or a pillow behind you, up against something solid, and put your knees in that shape so your body is in the W. It does sort of help a little bit, but that's what they say. Anyway, so the ambulance guys come in, they stuck some tablets onto my tongue and put an ECG on, and they're going, "No, mate, we think you're fine. No, we can't say anything, but we'll take it to hospital anyway." And they'll suss you out a bit more, and that's when everything moved so quickly.
You kind of wanted to, really. Yeah, I think in those
so quick, and like I say, I can't big up that stuff enough. They did their work that night,
right.
Kept you alive.
And the following week.
Mate, I am
open heart surgery.
Exactly the same place as you. Arrow Park Hospital. Lola was born 3 months early, and honestly, the level of care and diligence Arrow Park, it does get a bit of bad press for whatever reason. But honestly, the people, that kind of care, that's a vocation. That's not a job.
And the surgeons and that at Broad Green. Outstanding, unbelievable.
So he's like, when he actually got round to contacting a couple of days, he'd literally been split open, and he's like, there a couple of days. I'd said to you, so Neil's having this heart attack, and in my mind, Neil, right, this is Neil having a heart attack. He's lying on the floor. He's like, "Helen, you might have to phone an ambulance," whilst giving himself CPR, full Chuck Norris like that. Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's like, it was that unbelievable. And I wasn't that far.
Because it was
run it off, it'll be fine.
It was a shock to me. It was a shock to everyone.
Need a bear.
It really was. Everyone was in shock. They couldn't believe it.
But out of that was like that. Right, so you've had this heart attack. You've had a triple bypass. My dad had one years ago. He's way older than you. Stop moaning about it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, really?
Get on the bike.
Yeah, don't get. It was like that. I'll have you on a mountain bike in 6 months.
And I was.
And you were, yeah. I remember. I'll never forget that post. Me and you riding back.
That's
down
right.
You over the shoulder.
Yeah.
Almost 6 months.
That was 6 months to the day.
To the day, like that. Click.
Yeah.
Told you.
Yeah.
And then from that point onwards, the mountain biking thing became counterproductive because you wanted to kill yourself.
Yeah, well.
On it. Or we've since discovered that it wants to kill everyone that rides it. When you decided to have had enough of near-death experiences on it, we bought it for Jack.
It's Christine.
And then it's subsequently tried to kill him numerous times. And
it's Christine in bike.
I'm still winning, realistically.
Yeah, I think you're still up. But at the same time,
the downhill bike gets this one.
You've tried to be as nice to it as possible, and front to back it, and everything's been done. It's even on new bearings and everything now. It's literally.
And then I fell off.
And then he fell off his downhill bike.
At least that didn't break though. That's an expensive.
So,
yes.
Happy not dying day, mate. It's good to still have you here to take the mickey out of.
Absolutely.
Podcast would be rubbish if you weren't here. We probably wouldn't even be doing this. Do you know what I mean? Redline all the time would never have happened if you died.
No, it wouldn't have.
It wouldn't have.
Yeah. So, I mean, on that joyous joyous
positive.
wonderland. And so the actual anniversary of your heart attack was a couple of days ago.
Yes.
And
So
it's on the 18th, is it?
The 18th was
Tuesday.
open heart surgery. No, it was a Thursday. It was the following Thursday.
So it's the,
Yeah, but like dates wise, rather.
Yeah,
than,
so it'll be but day wise it'll be.
So
the
next Thursday, if we can get the
yeah.
poddy off on the Thursday,
Do you want to see the scar?
will be our moving day, and we'll do what they do on birthdays. We'll get loads of pictures of you from like childhood.
Can't go that fast.
He's alive!
celebrating the life like he's died.
Yeah, we could do it like Baptist style.
Yeah, no. Don't clap. Don't clap. Just throw money.
Just throw for
Basket.
He's not. There's no way to speak about him. So, in roundup. Where's Troddy as well?
Sorry, Joel, mate, come on.
Where are you, mate?
I sent you last week's podcast. You've looked at it. You've actually looked at it. But
We know.
We know you're not paying
Troddy.
I
attention.
hope you well, mate. I hope that,
We
like,
do, yeah.
everything's
Okay,
cool.
everything's cool.
And if it is so, then like...
You've got no excuse.
Yeah, no excuse, mate. Hope
But
things are
otherwise-
upside down, down under.
Yeah.
And,
Right side up, down.
oh, we're going.
Yeah. I mean, I've got
We're
to.
talking about it.
We're talking about it. I've got to speak to my brothers over there about maybe coming over for my 60th.
We can do a red line all the time. Down under.
Down
Yes.
under.
So,
I love the sound. I actually have
It's
Troddy round the table, and
Absolutely.
and the boyos will do
Yeah.
like a
Terry,
this
Scott,
is your life.
everything.
Neil Johnson, this is your life.
Have all the boys.
Do you remember in 1986? Voice comes out of nowhere. Neil shits his
I
self.
really don't think you want to talk to them about.
Oh
That's
yeah,
all.
that's where all the good stuff is.
Yeah, the juice.
All
So
the
we'll keep going.
All the stuff that makes him look like a wet
Keep that in there.
Love it. Right, so I think that's it.
I think that's it. Yeah.
Thanks for putting up with us.
As always.
We do appreciate your
Big up to
company.
our sponsors.
Like and
Yeah.
subscribe.
Fox.
Zero Fox.
Magpeds.
Big up to our sponsors,
Lonard.
Obsidian, Lonard, the Cutthroat Monkeys. We haven't
We haven't
mentioned Joe.
spoken. No, yeah.
We'll do like a whole thing on Joe. So Joe, send us some merch, right? We're wearing all,
We'll wear it.
we're wearing all for the next show.
That's
we'll do
right.
like a whole
Get
thing
on
on
it, Joe.
Cutthroat Monkeys.
Yeah.
Because they've been doing like quite a lot of media as well. They're
Yeah,
really
yeah,
pushing
yeah,
forward
yeah.
and with their brands and stuff like that. But yeah, send us some t-shirts, mate, and we'll
Yeah, baby.
yeah, we'll look good. So big up to the sponsors, big up to you for watching, big up to the guys here, big up to moving next week.
Next week.
And until then, keep it redline.
You're messing up. It's until
All right,
next
so
time.
wait. Until then,
No, until next time.
Until next.
okay. Until next time, keep
it
it redline. That was close enough.